Hey gang, well welcome to 2022, and this is my New Year's Day update for y'all. As you can tell, I've been running, jogging up the hill with my dogs. This is a hill that I come up to often and jog up here, or actually, usually I hike up here with a weighted pack. I find that a much better workout than running it. You know, I do listen to what you guys say. I do check out the posts. I do answer myself. I do read the comments. When it comes to the Hella knife, you guys are saying like, you want to be able to make sparks on the back end of the knife. I like to make sparks with the sharp edge of the knife. That's just my style. But many of you don't like to do that. So we changed the metal, the steel on the blade, so that you can now get a spark on the back edge of the knife if you're using a ferro rod or a magnesium flint stick or something like that. I put out my 20th anniversary, 76 films. My 20th anniversary film collection. So this is 20 years of my films, 76 films, all the Survivorman, all Beyond Survival, all Survivorman Bigfoot, music documentaries. Everything is here except for Wild Harvest, because that's new, and Surviving Disasters, because that's new. But 76 films. My package of the last 20 years of my filmmaking. And that's available through my website as well on the shop page. So I teamed up with Kevin Coswin with his series. He's got a series called From the Wild, and Chef Paul Rogalski out of Calgary, Alberta, and we created a series called Les Stroud's Wild Harvest.
Woohoo! Beautiful little rainbow. Dinner.
This perhaps is the most incredible kitchen scenario I've ever had.
When you start getting involved in local foraging and bringing the ingredients home and playing with them in the kitchen, can you create a dish where the domestic ingredients don't overshadow the wild ingredients?
Hey there! Oh! Go on!
Now the job's getting fun.
This dish is a showcase of how great these foraged ingredients come together.
It's the best when it's its own flavor. When you're making something with a wild edible, you're nailing it and not losing the wild flavor.
Sometimes it is about the ingredients.
Yes, it's here. That is the Season 1 Wild Harvest recipe book, complete with awesome photographs and stories from me and the recipes from Chef Paul Rogalski. So, if you haven't got that yet, there you go. There's a Season 1 Wild Harvest recipe book, cookbook. It's all there, and feels so great to have this book in my hand. I just got it yesterday, so this is pretty awesome. Anyway, so that's there for you, and if you want, you can from my website, www.worldwideweb.lesstroud.ca. You can pick up the DVD of Season 1. You can also watch it right here on YouTube. But there you go, here on YouTube, or take it home, have it at home. The thing about the DVD, of course, is there's bonus content. So there you go. Just go to the shop page on my website. Pretty cool, eh? So that's Season 2 is coming up now. Season 1's on air right now on PBS stations around the United States. It's in on National Geographic around the world, and it's in Sweden and Norway on Matt Kanalen. I can never say that name right. If you'd like to continue the Wild Harvest with me and Chef Paul Rogalski, then please check out our website at wildharvestfilms.com, where we have recipes and foraging tips along with deleted scenes and outtakes from the making of Les Stroud's Wild Harvest.
Directly inspired by the series, Chef Paul and expert forager Les Stroud bring you the Wild Harvest Season 2 recipe book. Highlighting all of Paul's dishes and complete with behind-the-scenes stories, it is available for $14.99. In addition, a DVD of this season is also available for $19.99. To order, please go to wildharvestfilms.com, Wild Harvest TV show on Facebook, or Les Stroud's Wild Harvest on YouTube.
It's going to be now premiering in Canada on the Cottage Life channel. Really excited about that because, well, I'm Canadian. Or you can just check it out on this YouTube channel. Go to the playlists on this YouTube channel, and that's where you find everything. In fact, watch this for a second. When you are on the Survivorman Les Stroud YouTube channel, is to look right here. See, if you click on videos, then all the videos come up. And I mean, it actually can be overwhelming because there's tons, there's hundreds. So instead, right here, this is the key. This is what you want. Playlists. Click on playlists, and this bar right across here are all my playlists. So there's the Bushman Bob playlist, the podcast series Deadly Disasters, the Team Rubicon playlist, Surviving Disasters playlist, Sasquatch Chronicles, Surviving Disasters, which is a different set of videos and films to do with that series. You got season 5 Survivorman and 4 Wild Harvest Tips. It goes on and on, but you just click on that arrow and over comes the bar like that. So there's the Bigfoot TV series. So let's say you wanted to watch the Bigfoot stuff. Let's go there. All right. Up comes the first video. And then look over here. See this? There's all of the videos associated with that playlist all lined up right there for you. So let's go back and turn that off. Go over another one, show you another one. So let's say, all right, Beyond Survival. Click on Beyond Survival and just pause it. And over here, there it is again. There is the entire Beyond Survival playlist, all the episodes. So when some of you guys are saying, hey, where can I see this? Where can I see that? Well, that's where you go right here. All right, so there's other stuff in the community and so on, and the videos are all there, and there's the homepage. But this is the magic right here. Go to the playlists and have at her, because I have hundreds of videos up there for you to enjoy. Oh, and you see that red button right there? Yeah. Make sure you click on subscribe. Okay, that's how that works. So that's how you find what you want to find. If you're just obsessed with Bigfoot, that's how you find it. Go to the playlist. If you're obsessed with survival stuff, that's how you find it. Go to the playlist. There it is, all of Paul's recipes. Did the same thing for surviving disasters. Now, it's been a pledge special on the PBS stations, thanks to American Public Television, same as Wild Harvest, thanks to American Public Television.
What the heck is going on? Holy!
It felt apocalyptic. No radio, no TV.
It happened almost instantly. No one was prepared for this.
A lot of people just don't think it'll happen to me.
It's basic human nature not to want to think about things that will scare us.
If you wait until you need to be prepared for something, you're already too late.
Anybody want to know what it's like during a hurricane?
2020 is the 6th year in a row where 10 or more weather catastrophes have cost $1 billion each. In 2019 and 20, 2,700 tornadoes killed 120 people. 2020 had a record-breaking 12 hurricanes, as well as a massive windstorm cutting across southeast Dakota all the way to Ohio. Flooding lasting longer than 7 months and destroying $3 billion worth of property. In 2020, 56 Americans lost their lives to flooding. 2 frigid blizzards put over 150,000 people out of power in the middle of winter. 4 major wildfires destroyed 22,000 structures and killed over 100 people in 2019. And in 2020, the nation watched as 13 million acres were burned to the ground. Tens of thousands of pets and farm animals have been lost or killed. Thousands of businesses bankrupt. Since the beginning of its occurrence, the pandemic known as COVID-19 has killed over 500,000 people, and it's still happening. All of these statistics were just the continental United States.
So why are we never prepared? Why do some of us not survive? And why is recovery often so painful? I'm Les Stroud, and I want to help you survive natural disasters. Pretty soon, I think sometime in this year, it switches from being a pledge special to just being available to all the PBS stations that are out there. So that'll be the Surviving Disasters with Les Stroud special. So I put together this little companion booklet, talk about an era where we all need that kind of information, and I knew I was the guy to do it, so I took the time to put that together. These series, Wild Harvest and Surviving Disaster, are both on air and on this YouTube channel. So you can check things out on this YouTube channel, depending on where you are, of course. Go to the playlist, check it out, find them. My 3 books that I have available for you still are Will to Live, which is some of my favorite survival stories, and I I kind of rate them and sort of grade them, if you will, on how these people did, including Chris McCandless, Into the Wild. So thrilled and honored to have released my first children's book, Wild Outside. Thank you, Anik Press out of Toronto, Canada, for publishing this with me. It's doing phenomenally well. The first run sold out right away. So, I think the second run sold out. It's just such a fun book to work on. I wrote it directly to your kids, 7 to 12-year-olds. There's stories, there's photographs, there's tips and things they can do outside, things that they can learn. It's, I think, a very fun book, and it just got nominated for a Yellow Cedar Award. What's so special about that? It's a Kids' Choice Award. That's what's cool about that. So I'm nominated for Yellow Cedar Award. I don't know how I'll do as of this taping right now, but there you go. Watch for that. If you get this in time for Christmas, doesn't that make a great stocking stuffer? You know what else does? Goes right along with it for the adults. My very first survival manual, Survive. I wrote this a number of years ago while I was right in the middle of doing all my Survivorman episodes. I will still put this up page for page against any survival manual out there. Most of them have superfluous, redundant junk. I will put this up against any one of them. Now, if you're already a bushcraft expert or a survival expert, sure, maybe you don't need this book. But if you're getting into it, this book is for you. And I wrote it for you. I wrote it specifically so you could have it in your hands and still make use of it out in the wild. So watch, I'm kind of ranting right now, but there you go. My children's book. And I have other books out too, Will to Live, for example. Again, go on my website, go to the shop page on lesstroud.ca. My podcasts are still happening.
Okay, here we go, everyone. Season 2 of my podcast, Surviving Life with Les Stroud, launching September 23rd, is available wherever you listen to podcasts. Insightful, powerful interviews with great minds who inspire us to live life more fully, more effectively. Premiering a new episode every 2 weeks, we get thoughts and words and practices that can help us get through this day and then step into tomorrow, ready to take action and accomplish life itself.
A genre of art, whether it's in music or visual arts or anything else, will add up to something that means something.
We are in a major extinction crisis where 1 million species of plants and animals are now in danger of going extinct.
This is life on Earth.
Every form of technology brings unintended consequences.
This is who we are.
At the end of the day, you've got to go and apply it, and that is where the magic really is. That's where the alchemy is. That's where the hardship is, and that's where the learning is.
This far.
Music today is much more disposable than it was in those days because there's so much of it.
There's no more wild and free.
Because artists lead and politicians follow. So if you want to know where things are going, how people are feeling, where the trouble is, where the passion is, where the hope is, follow the artist. Don't follow the politician.
And draw our swords.
Dig into the archive of Season 1 to get yourself pumped for Season 2 of Surviving Life with Les Stroud. We'll figure this all out together.
We let it get this far. We let it come to this. Don't let them take it all.
Premiering September 23rd, wherever you get your podcasts.
This YouTube channel is the place for everything that I do. And the big thing you can do for me is subscribe. If you haven't, click on subscribe, then you just get the notification that I've just put up a new video, which I am doing weekly, by the way. And by the way, I don't usually promote my webpage, but if you go to my webpage, go to the shop page, that's where all the Survivorman swag is from Survivorman, coffee mugs and t-shirts and sweatshirts. Wendy and Lauren back at the office, they're always working with the swag there to get it out there. And that's why I call it swag, because it's not really merchandise. I'm not a merchandiser, but it's fun to put out the Survivorman logo out there and different things. And so check that out by going to my website. Director's commentaries, more. Absolutely, working on them right now, and I got some special treats coming up. I was thinking about it. There are a lot of survival things that I could be showing you on YouTube, and I'm not, and I haven't been. And the stuff that's out there from a lot of people is bogus. So let's do it right. Let's show you some good survival stuff and techniques and skills. One of the things I learned from you guys about my YouTube channel is you're not liking the shorts. I put out all those foraging tips and cooking tips and wild harvest moments. You guys don't seem all that interested. So we're going to change that up and stop putting out a lot of that little stuff and just concentrate on the long form videos with me. You seem to like those ones. You seem to keep watching them. This is a big year for music for me. Lots of music coming up. I've got the re-release of Mother Earth on double vinyl, 2 new albums that I've recorded. I feel like I should give you a bit of music right now. And maybe I will. Check this out. Okay, Danny and Mike, when you say you're ready in there?
Absolutely.
Okay, we're ready. You guys all set? PD okay? All right. Ready to do one, Dan? In 5, 4, 3, 2, and murmur. Lost, life's true meaning is the cost. Like a battle cry to a desperate soul, I will rise up, pay the toll. Night, longest day, choice is simple, leave or stay. If I go, will I be free? Just another man in me. And if I stay, I'll be weak. It's only freedom that I seek. War, I search for something more. What I find, seldom truth, seldom freedom, seldom peace. But holding on to what was lost, life's true meaning is the cost. Good? Good, good.
That is some great magic there.
Goody good. Sounded nice. I also may, if the fates allow, be doing some feature film directing. I've got some opportunities coming up and I really want to take them. So that could be something to watch out for. Right now I'm kind of caught in a, I got to be working on stuff with meaning. I have to do something. I have to work on things that mean something, or it just doesn't matter to me. And Survivorman meant the world to me. 2022 is a big year for me. 2021 was a year of constant releases. Season 1 Wild Harvest, Surviving Disasters, the Wild Outside book, the Surviving Life with Les Stroud podcast. Oh my God, it just goes up. The 20th anniversary package. I mean, it just keeps going. And then launching the YouTube, huge. Well, 2022, more the same, but now maybe a little less frantic, a little more carved, a little more pointed to the places I want to go. Mostly, guys, I just want to get you out here. Out here. These are the places where I want to be, places where I want to take you. Out into nature, always. Everything I do has got to connect to nature somehow. I just know my role, and I think it's always been about connecting you to nature. That's what I'm about. Whether you're building a shelter, bushcrafting, looking at a flower, picking a wild edible, chasing after Bigfoot, or jogging out on a hill, I don't care. I just want you outside again. And that's what I've always been about. So here's the 2022. Moving forward, I still feel young and strong, 60 in the body, but 29 in my head. So let's do this together. Stick with me. Let's rock this forward. And I will keep bringing you as much content as I can. Say goodbye, Rogue. Say goodbye, River. Let's go home. Now I'm going to jog down that hill and get into a hot tub.